Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into one of the most powerful, but honestly often overlooked factors in a child's education, the direct involvement of their parents. It's like a secret weapon for success.
So let me ask you this. What's the single most important ingredient for a kid's success in school? You think about great teachers, awesome resources, a solid curriculum, and yeah, they all matter. But a ton of research consistently points to one surprisingly simple yet really profound answer.
You guessed it, their parents. That's right. For decades, study after study has shown that when parents get actively involved in their child's education, the results are just overwhelmingly positive. It's huge.
And the benefits are clear, right? Across the board. Students with involved parents just plain do better. We're talking better grades, more positive attitudes about school, improved behavior, higher attendance, and even a boost in their self-esteem. It really is a game changer. But to really understand the power of this, we've got to look beyond the stats. So today, we're diving into this really fascinating study that did exactly that. It listened directly to the stories of parents themselves.
Okay, so here's the snapshot. This was a qualitative study that focused on 8 mothers in the Amatholi West District of South Africa. And they didn't just ask if they were involved. They wanted to know how they participate in their kids' education, and, this is the most important part, why they do it. The whole study is built around this amazing idea from a researcher named Joyce Epstein. Her theory basically says that a child's world isn't split into neat little boxes. Instead, home, school, and the community, they're like these overlapping circles that have to work together, sharing the responsibility for a child's success. They're not two separate islands. They're all connected.
So what does parental involvement actually look like, day to day? Is it just about showing up for a parent-teacher conference once a year? Oh, not even close.
The parent stories showed that this involvement really happens in 2 main areas. You've got your home-based stuff, like helping with homework and just creating a good vibe for learning at home. And then there's the school-based involvement. That's things like going to meetings and actually talking with the teachers.
So what it all boils down to is this. For these mothers, participation wasn't some abstract idea. It was a collection of real, tangible, consistent, everyday actions that all together built this powerful support system for their kids. And just listen to this quote from one of the moms. It perfectly captures that blend of home and school support. See how it just flows from school meetings to homework to making sure they have lunch? It's the whole picture, a totally holistic approach. And what's really cool is that this lines up perfectly with Epstein's framework. She breaks this whole partnership idea down into 6 key types. You've got creating a supportive home, communicating, volunteering, helping with learning at home, being part of decisions, and even working with the wider community. It covers everything. Okay, now let's get to the heart of it, because understanding what these parents do is one thing, but understanding the deep personal reasons why they're so committed, that's where we find the real inspiration. When you strip everything else away, the motivation for every single one of these parents was this incredibly powerful, driving desire to create opportunities for their children, to give them a shot at a better future. This quote just says it all. For these parents, their daily actions were tied to this much bigger vision. This wasn't just about getting good grades. It was about building a nation, ending poverty, and building up their kids' self-esteem. Just incredible. And here's another powerful driver. A deep desire to break the cycles of the past. So many of these mothers were motivated by their own negative school experiences. They were absolutely determined to give their kids the support they never got. Listen to how raw and honest this is. This parent's own struggles are the fuel for her passion to make sure her child has a completely different, better outcome. Her past is literally the driving force for her child's future. And that brings us to a really crucial point. For these parents, being involved isn't some optional extra. It's not a nice to have. To them, it's a fundamental duty. It's a core part of being a parent. This quote right here just perfectly captures that feeling of empowerment and ownership. It's this deep conviction that says, my involvement matters. I can directly and positively influence my child's success. It's a powerful, deeply felt responsibility.
So, what can we all learn from these amazing stories? Well, the study gives us some really clear, actionable takeaways for both parents and schools, and these apply no matter where you are in the world.
Okay, for parents, the message is loud and clear. Your role is totally unique and irreplaceable. Simple, practical things like checking in on homework, using encouraging words, and building a good relationship with teachers can make a massive difference. And for schools, it's really all about creating an inviting environment. It means setting high expectations for all kids, making sure parents know they are welcome, planning activities that anyone can join in on, and really working to build that crucial partnership between home and school.
So at the end of the day, building this bridge between the worlds of home and school, it doesn't need some huge complicated plan. So often, it just starts with one simple conversation. So the question is, what's one conversation you can start today?